Timber. Hey, Timber. Hey everyone, it's Friday now, Friday morning. I didn't come out here the crack at dawn because I figured it was going to be super cold and was going to give it a little bit of time before we started taking the boom off, the jib boom off the forwarder. And I'm waiting for Wes to get here. I brought my dump trailer out yesterday afternoon, so that would be here, and I got some plugs for, see if I can find one. These plugs for the lines that are up on the knuckle there. And so what we're gonna have to do is, I've got the main boom is bottomed out so it won't go down anymore, so when we start unhooking stuff that can't collapse. So I got duct tape, and Wes is bringing a Sharpie so we can wrap it around there's 6 hoses up there. 4 of them go down to the rotor motor there, for the open and close and the grapple, and the right and the left rotate. And then 2 other lines up there hooked to the extender boom cylinder. So we'll number those 4, 1 through 4, and take a picture with our phones, which is great about technology. And then the other 2 will probably just write barrel on one and steel line on the other, because there's a steel line that hooks to the bottom of the cylinder for the extender boom. That way, when we go to put it back together, we're not guessing and wondering. And I bought caps for those lines down there. So what we'll probably do is, the only thing that I didn't notice yesterday is about where my finger's pointing right there, the bottom, that pin, that's the pin boss that broke out of the jib boom. Well, I didn't notice it yesterday, and it's something that was done. I didn't do it before I owned the machine, but where the nut would be on that pin to hold that pin in, the other side has, it's got an ear, and then it's got a bolt that holds the pin in, but then it's got a nut on this side too. Well, and I don't really know what happened. I don't know if they took that pin out at some point and beat on it and couldn't get the nut back on, so they welded a big washer on the end. I did not notice that, so I can't get the pin out for that until I get that washer off. So what I'm gonna have to do is, I'm waiting for Wes. I'm gonna get him going with, while I'm gone, he can mark the lines, undo them, cap them off, and we're gonna have to unhook the bucket and the rotor motor from the boom down here. And so while I'm gonna go get I have a small set of torches, and I can just torch the weld off that washer around that pin, and I might have to do a little grind, but pop that out. And probably while I have it at Dawn's, he can put new threads on the end, and we'll put a nut on there so we don't run into that again. But so while I'm gone, Wes can pretty much have everything ready to basically take the boom off. And he can even, the dog bone up there that hooks to the top of the jib boom, he can take that nut off, and that won't hurt anything. And so basically when I come back, all I've got to do is torch that washer off, and then I think we're probably going to hook something to the extender boom hose guard thing. We can hook in the top there, and then you might not be able to really see, but there's like a metal loop thing up there. And if we hook to that guard and up there, it'll hold the extender boom in, and we're pretty much lifting at either end. And then I'll set it in my dump trailer. And Dawn doesn't live that far away. And I should have mentioned yesterday that Dawn was not the one that welded that gusset and stuff up there. And I did a video way back this summer when we fixed that. So Dawn is not the guy that did that. And the other guy I like, great guy, but I think if Don had done this, he would have seen that and probably have gone, even though that, we need to fix that now or else this is going to happen. So I will try to get some more video of this today. And it's kind of, unfortunately, Mark called me last night wanting to come truck today, and that little section of the road out there buttoned up pretty good yesterday and last night. So like I was saying yesterday, we don't need a lot. So I think this morning we could have, we would have been able to get a couple trucks out of here, and he was going to bring another truck. So that's at least that's encouraging, that spot in the road. Right, Timber? Huh? That spot in the road will give it a little bit of a chance, and hopefully it's going to be warm tomorrow, but then it's going to cool right back off. So I think it will hold some of the frost that it has in there. So and next week we'll one of the things with this job is that we do have a fair amount of wood for us piled up, but is that the hauls are pretty close. So if you had 2 trucks in here, we could do 8 to 10 loads a day. So, worst case scenario, if we have a little window, hopefully we could organize the trucks and get them to really push out some wood here. So I think it's all going to come together. I woke up early this morning, probably 3 o'clock, starting to feel that little twinge in my chest about this breaking down this time of year. This is our go time, and even though it's the beginning of the winter, the end of winter coming, and so I just kind of had to get up and get things ready and be done with those thoughts. So I'll be back.